Welcome back, everybody, to a younger view in sports. Top 10 NFL teams, Week 9. This wasn't as weird of a week last week. Last week, there were a lot of upsets that were happening. This week, not that many upsets. Well, there was one, but we'll get into that in a minute. Starting off at number 10 is the Oakland Raiders. They won this week. They keep winning. They're probably going to make the playoffs again. Then Miami are probably going to be one of the 3 wildcard teams. And I like the Raiders. Their defense does need some work. But Josh Jacobs and Derek Carr is on fire. I did drop them a little bit because they did barely beat the Chargers. If the dude caught the ball, they lose to Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Poor Justin Herbert. But yeah, Raiders win. Derek Carr has been balling out. Nelson Agholor has really exploded onto the scene here after leaving Philly. So I think the Raiders are at 10. New Orleans Saints, number 9. Yep, they blew out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that felt really, really good. I'm moving up a little bit, though. They are on a winning streak here a little bit. But remember, at the beginning of the year, they were not looking too good. I think they outcoached the Buccaneers. I would take Sean Payton over Bruce Arians. They definitely had a coaching plan. They are in prime position to win the NFC South. I do have Tampa a little bit higher than them, though, but the Saints are on the climb. Tennessee Titans. Titans are at 8 because they worry me. You stop Derrick Henry, you pretty much stop their entire offense. Now, the Bears do have a good defense, which they did beat 24-17, but their defense stepped up against the lowly Bears offense that really showed up this week, but I don't know, Titans are worrying me. Titans are a team that's on the decline a little bit, so yeah, you stop Derrick Henry, you stop their entire offense. Defense did step up a little bit. Remember, they had a touchdown off their defense. Technically, that offense only scored 17 points, which is still good, but you expect their team with Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill to be putting up more points against the Bears team. But they did. Speaking of defenses, number 7, the Seattle Seahawks. And yes, this is their old helmet. It's their bad helmet, and they do not get their cool helmet back until they give Russell Wilson a defense. Yeah, that defense is atrocious. It let Josh Allen walk all over them, thankfully, because I won my fantasy game. But yeah, that defense is atrocious. And they're way too dependent on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson needs a defense, all right? Seahawks fans like to think Russell Wilson can do everything. He can't. He really cannot do everything. If you could clone him and put him on the defense, yeah, you can. Bobby Wagner, you're going to get Carlos Dunlap, you're going to get Jamal Adams. I don't think this defense is at its full potential. The way it's playing, they should probably fire that defense coordinator. They should revamp that entire defense. And Russell Wilson got hit a lot, too. He was taking a lot of sacks. It was a very average Buffalo defense. They're going to put up points. Russell Wilson's still going to have great numbers. But, again, those turnovers hurt him in the end. And that defense just let Josh Allen walk right past them, throw it deep. They attack their corners. Great game plan by Buffalo. Buffalo at 6, too. So I'm basically just going into this game. But, yeah, defense is bad. Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, finally got the signature win. They were losing a lot, and they weren't looking the best, so they were dropping down. They beat the Seahawks, and they rose up pretty quickly. So, coming at number 5, a team who got blown out is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did not try and run that ball whatsoever. It was just, and Brady was just forcing turnovers, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown. And they didn't try to run the ball at all, but that Saints defense finally stepped up and play a little bit. I think Tampa looks completely outmatched against them. They're still at number 5. They still are a top 5 team. We've seen what this team can be like, but they are just a little too inconsistent. Number 4, Green Bay Packers. Now, I know they're behind a team that they got dominated by, but that was a bad day, and Green Bay usually has good days. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones playing a little bit with a lot of our running backs injured. Balled out against the San Francisco 49ers because that is a practice squad team. We should have blown them out. This was a predictable game. They did rise up a little bit because I did not expect Tampa or Seattle to lose. But so they rise up. Whatever. It just benefits for Green Bay. But the only teams in front of them are AFC teams in this power rankings. So, yeah, but Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams is the most lethal wide receiver quarterback combo in the league. Number 3 is the Baltimore Ravens. Defense looks good against the Colts. The Colts are a team I still have questions on. I have no idea what to think about the Colts. Well, Lamar Jackson needed a bounce-back win against Pittsburgh Steelers, losing them. A lot of turnovers that game. They outgained them, still lost. This week they come out, they beat the Colts. They needed this win. And, are the Colts a good team? Yes. or no. I don't know. They're going to stay at 3. Lamar Jackson needed this win. This team needed this win. Defense held them to 10 points. Offense was looking good. Lamar Jackson finally looking back on track. Yeah, number 2 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. 4th string quarterback. The only reason why they're number 2 is because they're undefeated. They faced Garrett Gilbert. Barely beat him. I think Mike McCarthy came out and like, hey, I need some help here. And he like coached it out of his mind. Steelers didn't do just enough though. So yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers at number 2. Big Ben was looking around. He was down with the COVID-19 list, so that could affect him and his loss a little bit. Yeah, Steelers look, Big Ben on COVID-19 and he was limping around. So we could see Mason Rudolph again or Duck Hodges come back once again. We saw them play a lot last year. Luckily, they already know, so they have a bunch of boosted wins. But it's scary times for the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. And number 1, a team who can do it all, the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think anybody's going to beat the Chiefs. I don't think anyone can beat the Chiefs. Carolina Panthers played out of their mind and almost did. So I think, they looked a lot beatable. But Kansas City's offense is great. The defense steps up when it needs to, unlike Seattle's. But yeah, Kansas City is just unbelievable. Mahomes, unbelievable. Tyreek Hill, he's got so many weapons. Le'Veon Bell will finally, start playing good football again. Now that he's not on the end of his Jets. It's just all going to be clicking for the Chiefs soon as that defense steps up, which we have. We've seen it. We've seen the defense step up. Special teams can do good. Yeah, Kansas City at 1. There's nothing I don't like about Kansas City. There's the list. 10 Raiders, 9 Saints, 8 Titans, 7 Seahawks, 6 Buffalo Bills, 5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 4 Green Bay Packers, 3 Baltimore Ravens, 2 Pittsburgh Steelers, and number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you for listening.